party today do not have any ex-governor. We don't have any ex-governor in PDP. We don't have any ex-senator in PDP. We don't have any ex-commissioner in PDP as I speak to you. Okay? We only have one member of House of Rep, Ataka in Ijebu. Almost all the people that have ever go to the federal parliament are no more in the party. Why are they leaving the party? We used to have a former speaker. We used to have a former president. We used to have a former governor. All of them have left the party because it looks as if somebody is trying to lord it over everybody. And this set of people, this kind of people, cannot be cowed under such an arrangement. So that narrative is changing. I want to assure you. So please don't ever look at PDP from the prism, an outlook of a one-man party. What you are seeing, looking like a one-man party, is a very minute percentage of PDP. I am Professor David Prof Bamgbose. I'm an educationist. I am a farmer. I'm a clergy, a politician, and by the grace of God, a governorship aspirant on the platform of the People's Democratic Party. Thank you very much. On the 17th of February, at the renowned Nigerian Journalism Center in Ogun State, I officially declared to vie for the office of the governor in Ogun State in 2023. And looking at the gladiators and the people that are aspiring, to be governors, I believe that I am more than qualified, and I have comparative advantage to be the next governor of Ogun State. Now, we have not been having it so good in the fact that the people who have been governing us are, well, they are indigene of the state, bona fide, constitutionally, but most of them are not resident, doing their businesses, living day to day in Ogun State before coming into the office of the governors. So when they come into government, there's a whole lot of gap and dislocation between the government and the governed. I represent that a major shift because by the grace of God, I am resident in the state, doing my business in the state, living day to day in the state. So I know where the shoe pinches. There will be no gap. PDP is very fixed and serious about producing a change in the paradigm of leadership across the country. They are looking at people who have contributed largely into human development, into infrastructure. You are not coming here to tell us stories. It's not because you are a special advisor to these of you have held the political office before. But what have you done for your people? Concretely, in a concretized manner. What have been your impact? It is not you coming in when there is politicking and coming around to do one empowerment or the other. What have you done? What's your track record over the years? And today, I'm one of the leading aspirants in PDP who have this, antecedent of service to the people of my state, community, and society. And the fact that I'm representing the voice of the voiceless, the people who have been pressed down, underdeveloped. Of course, when I come into governance by the grace of God, I'm not going to deny any part of the state due development. Okay? But we are representing a situation whereby, the people who have been denied for so long will be, given opportunity to be at the helms of the affair. So I am saying that I am, confident and sure that my party will present me because I will have the larger acceptance to win the general election coming to 2023 by the grace of God. I had the privilege to pass through the airport between Elishon and Peru, and that's a big one. But in the area of human management and development, I will score the government very low.
Why?
Because he did not give attention to things, the fundamental things that affect a human being. For an example, security. We have never had it so bad in the state. Where we have insurgency, hundreds of people displaced. Thank God that they are able to have a board in the neighboring, Republic of Benin. You see, there have been some arguments that the governor is not really the chief security officer of the state. They are bearing that name in principle and not in practice. But if you look at governors of some states in the southwest, you will see them proactively tackling security issues, preventing. We don't need to lose a life before we now rise up. For an example, kidnapping have become the order of the day. Ritual killing, Ogun State now is noted as the headquarters of Yahooism and ritual killing. We look at education. I just gave you, where you see secondary school raising up, armed thugs against another secondary school. As that happened in the history of our state. I have not seen, very serious income from agriculture. I've seen a lot of propaganda. I did not see, because in statistics we give us real life, situation. What have been the improvement of this so-called improvement in the cultivation and production? Do we have any rise in the statistical records of our contribution to agriculture in the country and in the state? So all these areas are where we will say the government have not done very, very well, that it can do better. Let you know that what have been the major problem for us in our land is an external instigation of disunity, where a very credible candidate will come up and another candidate will be incited to stand against him in the election. But I will inform you that our people is having a different thinking and a paradigm shift. We will approach this election with a formidable unity, with a cohesive approach. I don't think it is the people of the state who have been rejecting your people. If you look at the election in 2011, you combine General Oluri and general vote is more than the person that won. So there have been a kind of decisive tendency, which we in Yewaland now, we are trying to curb. We are trying to control. We are trying to say no more. Of course, the country has been run to its lowest ebb by a very, in the way things have been run. For an example, today, the price of petrol per liter is 200 naira per liter. Some are selling above that amount. That is precarious. Electricity subsidies have been removed surreptitiously. The exchange rate is almost hitting $600 naira per dollar. We have insecurity at the level that we have never witnessed in the country. So our people must choose for posterity. I want to implore the good people of Ogun State and Nigeria to vote PDP, to vote credible candidates on the platform of PDP, and to vote for posterity.